What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of our ETO show. Joined as always by Super Mojado. Super, what's up? A ver, no te escuchamos. Háblame otra vez.
What's up,
There,
man? How
there you
you
go.
doing?
Good,
All
brother.
right.
All right, we got you loud and clear. All right, dude. Hey, so today we're gonna preview the ETO FIFA 20 tournament final taking place tomorrow between Gustavo. That's a big number. 1,100 2,000. So wait, no, 112,000 versus Cesar Gambito 14. So the number 7 seed, the number 22 seed, Spain versus Poland, man. What do you think about that? Are you excited or what?
Well, this should be an exciting game, and it was a great tournament. You know, but for being the first one, the L3 Online host, you guys, we're doing a great job. I think so. If I say so myself.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to thank, like I said this already, and I can't say this enough, but I definitely want to thank Ivan Toribio for helping putting all this together. It's been a lot of work, dude. A lot of work, and people just don't realize like how much logistics and just how much work is involved in doing all of this. So again, big props to Ivan. But anyway, I want to show really quick the bracket because that's going to give you guys a better understanding and a better idea. As you guys can see there, there's the final right there. As I mentioned, Gustavo versus Cesar Gambito. And, it's a single elimination bracket. So that basically means that you have to either get lucky because somebody didn't show up or you just had to be really good. The highest scoring game, I think we had one, Jadivino versus Adida Lex, who actually was eliminated today by Gustavo. He beat somebody in the first round 17 to nothing.
Wow.
So that just goes to show you, like, the skill that some of the people had, right? Um,
All right.
anyway,
And the skill that some of them lack.
true. Also, so let's continue to look down the bracket. So as we look at here on this side, so Spain, right? So Gustavo ended up beating Güero Chingon 86 6 nothing. Then he ended up getting a forfeit, I believe, right here against J King 10. And then he had a very strong win against McGaines. McGaines, let's not forget, is the guy that ended up beating Edwin in his first round, and he got eliminated. So, and then today's game was a very, very good game. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to restream that game, but we were watching it live. We were hoping that we were actually going to be able to do that, but it didn't quite work out. So again, it's the first time that we're doing it, Super. So we're learning a lot of things, and rest assured, the next time that we do another tournament, we're going to be much more prepared and informed, and hopefully you guys get an opportunity to join. So anyway, so that's one side of the bracket. So did you get a chance to see any of his games at all, Super? For
Well,
Gustavo?
I didn't see whole games. I saw some of the good moments that this guy's had, and yeah, they have a lot of talent, man.
Well, why don't we
Uh,
uh, why don't we actually show some of the matches that well, at least one of them he actually played again against McGaines. So let's show like some of those a little portion of that matchup. Again, very very tough game for McGaines and Gustavo. Man, I mean he's very tactical. What I noticed was that he changes his lineups. And obviously, a lot of people that play FIFA know that that's extremely important, right? For example, an amateur like me will play whatever. I'll just keep on going, and then if they score like 10 on me, it doesn't matter. But I saw him. I saw him today do at least like 3 or 4 different tactical lineup changes. So in this game against Norway, he did a pretty decent job. Like I said, I think he was down in this game if I'm not mistaken, and then he ended up beating McGaines. So super.
yeah, yeah,
So go ahead.
no, for sure. I mean, as you become, as you play more and more this game, and I've been out of the e gaming for a while, but I just remember, like, as you get to learn the controls more, and you get all this, you know secret codes and all this stuff that you learn along your way, you get better and better, man. And some of these guys have shown it to us.
Right. Absolutely. I think this is the goal that they scored on. So like again, McGaines took the lead against him in this first part of the game of the last matchup. So it didn't look very favorable, but then like he just like stepped it up, dude. Let me see if I can actually forward it to some of his goals because yeah, like I said, I mean
Yeah,
he was doing his thing, dude. And he just like once he like turned up the knot, like the fired up the cylinders, he got things going. So anyways, it's gonna be interesting. And not only that, but on top of that, he's got Spain, right? So
yeah,
Spain is a
yeah,
really good it's a really good team to have. And again, he got lucky because he was the number 7 seed, and as the number 7 seed, he ended up getting a pretty good team, so
yeah, yeah, for sure. That all of that counts when you're playing in FIFA.
absolutely, man. All that stuff like just goes just such a long way. So look at that. So in the first half, he didn't score a goal, and he ended up like dropping 5 goals on McGinn.
In the
So
second half.
yeah, so
Yeah,
like here we see that that's where he's making his tactical changes, right? So he's down. He's like, oh man, you know what? I'm down. I need to make some adjustments right away, and that's exactly what he did. He made these adjustments, and like he changes his formations as well. So it's important that people make your adjustments. It's important that they do that.
yeah, and it's good that you have to be quick, because these games are they go by so fast that if you wait too long, it's before you know it, the game is over. So you
Yeah,
gotta be fast. If you're losing, you gotta just throw everything you have into it, and yeah,
well,
make substitutions. And some of the players do get tired in this, and you actually have a little bar there that tells you
yeah,
how tired your players are. So you
exactly.
have to keep watching that, because if you're playing with a player that is like on red or yellow, or with has no more to give. It's like you playing with a guy in real life that is like has played 2 3 games and he's really tired.
Exactly.
So you have to pay attention to every little detail, so you can get a little so you don't have too much of a disadvantage.
Yep, yep. So anyway, so this is Gustavo again. Gustavo is going to be playing with Spain tomorrow. So, we just wanted to show that really quick. And on the other side, this is where we have Cesar Gambito. So Cesar Gambito, there you go. So he's playing with Polonia, with Poland. Oh, let me lower this down a little bit. We don't want to hear our good friend Mario Kempes. I'm sure that some people would rather hear them, Fernando and Mario Kempes, instead of us. But anyway, yeah. So a little backstory about Gambino. It looks as though he was originally supposed to have somebody else, and he ended up like landing Polonia, if I'm not mistaken. So again, talking about the things that we learn as we do these things, right? So
Yeah,
we learned that not every single team was available in FIFA. I mean, surprise, surprise, right? I think I can't remember exactly who he was supposed to get, but anyway, so he ended up getting Poland. I think he might have gotten Senegal or one of those teams, but he was down there, dude. Like he was ranked like number 20. What is it, 22? So that's at the bottom portion, of the bracket. So he just didn't get really lucky with that. But anyways,
yeah,
but he's shown a lot of skills, and then he's got probably like one of the best rated players in the game too, and Lewandowski, right?
yep, yep. And I mean that he's what was that, the quarterfinals where he defeated Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very close game, and he could have easily gone the other way too. So,
Yeah, yeah. No,
so
that was actually a very strong matchup as well too. So it's been surprisingly good, the level of competition, and I don't even know like how many of these guys or how many hours a lot of these guys play. For all I know, they could be playing just like maybe like a couple hours a week. Maybe some of them are like experts or like they're just hardcore guys. But I've been pleasantly surprised at the competition, and tomorrow I think we're gonna have an exceptional final. I mean, especially because we have two pretty strong teams, and we have two players that have demonstrated that they know how to play the game.
Yes, and it also too. You can't go by what some of people say that when they are like a pro, because look what happened to Edwin. He got eliminated in the first round. And
Exactly.
that's another reason why I'm looking forward to see the final too. I want to see who's gonna beat Edwin in the rematch that he's gonna have, and his hair is on the line. So
Yeah. Well, my
I
hair's
can't
on
wait.
the line too. You want to get in
Don't
the
worry.
mix? You want to get in the mix, Super? Máscara contra
Don't,
cabellera.
don't worry, man. His hair is on the line.
Yeah. So the
You
winner.
have nothing to worry about.
So the winner of tomorrow's matchup is not only gonna win the brand new Mexico jersey. They also get an opportunity to play another game. So they'll play that game, and as Super mentioned, basically what's gonna happen is this. So he's gonna play against Edwin, who was also part of this tournament, but again, he lost in the first round to McGaines. And then what's gonna happen is that the winner is gonna play against Edwin, and if Edwin wins, then you know I guess I get to wear my hat a little bit more regular than not. But if Edwin loses, guess what? Bye bye Edwin. And not only that, but we're actually gonna be cutting our hair live. Nos vamos a rapar on Monday in the ETO podcast episode.
All right.
So exciting time, Super. I think it's gonna be great. Hey, speaking of the ETO podcast, one quick reminder is that we're gonna have the director of the film Orange Grove. We showed the trailer for it, last Thursday on the show, and he's actually gonna be joining us to talk about the movie. You said you ended up watching it, right?
Yes, sir. I did watch the movie, man. So I really recommend people to, if they want to go back in time, because this movie reminds me of when I was a teenager watching all like movies, and especially like the Latino movies, because it bring us a little closer to our culture,
Right.
and especially because this one was I guess it was inspired some true events. So, and
Exactly.
definitely it was a good movie. So you should watch it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a really fun day tomorrow with the final of the ETO FIFA 20 tournament. And again, the winner's gonna win that jersey, and then he gets to play Edwin. And then obviously, then we're gonna decide. So alguien se va a tener que pelar, no? We're gonna have to shave someone's head. That's the
Yeah,
reality. There's
for
no way
sure.
around it.
And this quarantena, man, somebody needs it too. So.
Exactly. I'm kind of secretly hoping that it's me. But anyway, so yeah, so then we'll also have that on Monday for our show as well, and then also we'll talk about the Bundesliga and just what we saw because
Right.
soccer came back today.
Yes, sir. I was working all day and I have time to watch it, but
You're gonna watch the
you know,
highlights?
I have to go back and watch the highlights. And I actually saw a little bit. 4-0. I think it was uh, Schalke 04. I think it was. They
Yeah,
were
yeah. Dortmund
winning.
ended up smashing on them. Hey, really quick, Super, before we leave, I wanted to ask you. Well, I want to say this. We're also going to be doing an Xbox FIFA tournament as well. I think it's only fair, right, that we do a FIFA tournament for Xbox players as well, because there's a lot of people
Yeah,
out there that don't have a PlayStation or vice versa. So,
like Ohio here.
so for those of you guys that are interested in playing in our next tournament for Xbox, make sure that you email us at let me see if I can get the email. Is it here? It's FIFA20 at el3online.com. So ahorita les pongo el email. But anyway, so yeah, so just go ahead and make sure that you guys do that, because that's what's going to end up happening. You'll be able to register for the game and for the tournament, and that's what we want. We want to make sure that all of you guys get up in the mix, because that's the most important thing, making sure that we have everybody registered. Ahorita les pongo el email. Ahí está. So there it is. FIFA 20 at el3online.com if you want to play in the upcoming Xbox tournament. So that's all you got to do. Just email us. We're going to have more information. Obviously, it's not just a matter of you emailing us. You also have to, submit your name and other information so that way we can properly register you. But again, for more information, just email us right there, and we'll certainly get back to you. And also, just so everybody knows, we're kind of working a little bit right now with a big company on potentially sponsoring us for our next PlayStation tournament. And the next PlayStation tournament actually is going to feature MLS teams and Liga MX teams. So that's what we're going to do. So that way we get, these guys back in the mix. And also, I don't want to even say what the price is, but it's going to be better than just a jersey. So, ahí está.
There you go. Sharing the love.
That's what we got to do, brother. That's what we got to do. ¿Qué onda? Any other thoughts? Oh, ya estuvo.
Well, good luck to los finalistas, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, dude. Musiquita. There you go. So tomorrow, make sure you tune in at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern for the grand final of the Eto FIFA 20 tournament. Super, Edwin, and myself will be calling that game. All right, so on behalf of Super, Joe Rodriguez se despide. Nos vemos hasta mañana. Adiós.